Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ren. I am a trans non-binary artist. I haven't worked a ton of collage, but that is what this project is all about, is creating a tarot deck out of collage one card at a time. So today I am using my Squid Tarot, which is a Marseille tarot by Jess, Rollar. I love this deck. I think it is so cute. I love the pink edges. I love the artwork. And the Marseille tarot deck is one of the earliest known decks, originated in northern Italy in the 15th century, and inspired many of our modern decks, such as the Rider-Waite deck and the Thoth deck. And so now that I've cut the deck, let's go ahead and see what we got. Alright, so today I've drawn the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups upright means creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, and possibility. When I originally pulled this card, I actually pulled it reversed. I pulled it a couple days ago, which reverse means new ideas, doubting intuition, creative blocks, and emotional immaturity. It makes a lot of sense because I have been going through a lot and doubting a lot of things and feeling some creative blocks, which is why I value this project so much. Traditional card, which is the Rider-Waite card that I have here, is a figure holding a cup with a fish in it, looking at the figure, and so that is kind of what will base our images off. I found this Vogue magazine and I bookmarked a page with, I just saw this image and immediately thought Page of Cups. I loved the way that the person is standing. I like that their gender is ambiguous. I love the florals on the sleeves. I think it's just perfect. So we're going to go ahead and take that one out. Okay, now that we have them set aside, let's go ahead and find our background. I'm looking at the Visions of Paradise book by National Geographic again. I want to find something that has a lot of sky, hopefully some water, and some land that the figure can be standing on, but I really want the figure to be more of the focus in this composition, so I'm going to see what I can find, which just a couple pages in, and I love the colors of this image. I like the amount of sky to land ratio. Our figure might look a little small in it, but I actually think I'm kind of okay with that. So let's go ahead and take it out and we'll keep looking to see what else we can find. All right, well, I think that first image is going to be our winner for our background. I just love it so much. And let's see how our figure looks. Yeah, that's perfect. The lighting looks good. The colors of the florals on the arm will work really well. And so now we just need to find our cups and our fish. And I'm going to look through a National Geographic and see what I can come up with. Okay, well, that first magazine was a bit of a bust, but I found this book at a Goodwill recently. It's vintage kitchen glassware, and so maybe something in here will work for our cup, although I think a lot of this is a little too large for our figure. Our figure's kind of small, so I think we're going to have to go a little smaller, which is disappointing because I think some of the glassware that could be used as a cup are really, really beautifully colored. Okay, well, we didn't find anything there, so let's go ahead and take a look at another National Geographic magazine. Okay, look at this funny catfish guy. That was great. And then we have these other fish. We have a pretty small one, and I think that one will work. So let's go ahead and cut that little bad boy out. Okay, so I'm just going to set that to the side and keep flipping through pages to try to find a cup that will work for our page of cups. Now I found this image of this old lady in the kitchen, and behind her there's a bunch of different cups. There are some chalices at the very top that I think will work, and so I'm going to go ahead and take this page out and just set it to the side for now. Okay, well now I think we have all of our elements, so I'm going to go ahead and start cutting those different things out and seeing how they work together. Okay, so as I'm trying to cut out these little chalices, I think it's just going to be too small. If we look at the Rider-Waite card, the cup is a pretty good size, and it should be kind of one of the main focuses on the card since it is the Page of Cups, obviously. And so I'm just going to see how it looks in the hand, but I have a feeling it's going to be too tiny. Yep, just as I suspected, it is too small. I need something that makes a little bit more of a statement, and so we found some cups that are too big, and now we found one that's too small, and so hopefully we can find something just right in some of these other books that I have. And just as I was about to give up hope, I found this image of John Burke's Dizzy Gillespie, of him holding a trumpet, and I think that trumpet will be perfect and turn into our chalice. And the book that I'm taking this from is 150 Years Celebrating the American Smithsonian. So I'm going to flip through really quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's go ahead and get this cut out, and we can see how it's going to work for our cup. I think it's going to be perfect, but we will see. This is one of the things that I really, really like about collage, is the fact that I can take something and turn it into something else. Because would you look at that, that is just a perfect chalice for our page of cups. I put a little bottom on it so that way it's more of a cup and less of a drinking horn. And so now let's go ahead and cut out our fish and see how he'll fit into our cup. Okay, I think that just about does it. I think it fits perfectly. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like on this background. And so let's just check it out for a minute. Love the colors. The warmth in the suit with the floral sleeves is complementing the sky in the background. The fish, you can still see it pretty clearly, works with the blues in the background. The gold of the trumpet stands out really well for our chalice. And I think this is a winner. It's pretty simple collage, but I don't think it needs to be super involved or profound. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and cut the page down to size, use my paper cutter, and then get it mounted onto a heavy piece of matte photo paper. Now that I have that cut down to size, we can go ahead and start gluing. I am so excited to see how this is going to turn out. Nice and glued down. Now let's go ahead and place our figure. Make sure we like where it's going to go. I'm going to have the figure just covering up those two little figures in the image, which again, what a perfect little coincidence that the legs line up right over them to remove them from the picture plane. Now that they are secure, we're going to go ahead and add in our smaller elements. So I'm just using my X-Acto to help me lift the hand. I cut a little area behind the hand so that way I could put the chalice behind it to give it the illusion that the person's holding it. And then I also want to get the fish behind the chalice to really make it look like it's coming out of the cup. And once that is glued in there, then we are pretty much done. Alright, everything is nice and secure and glued down, and I'm really happy with this collage. It is very simple, but the colors I think are working super well together. The Page of Cups, the card itself is simple anyways. My page doesn't take up quite as much of the picture plane as the traditional version does, but I just love that pink blot in the background. I feel like the composition is well balanced. I would call this a successful card. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other video, the 4 of Cups, and I will be uploading more as I make them. Remember, I am just collaging the tarot deck one card at a time. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and would like to see more.